The farmers want a legal guarantee on the minimum support price. We remember this has been a demand they've made earlier as well. This is for crops, but is that demand even feasible? The government sources indicate that the central government would be looking at an additional expenditure of about 10 lakh crore annually. And that's exactly what the concern of the government is. Look, MSP guarantee for the small and medium farmers is something we've been talking about. But is that the only way to support our farmers? That's the million-dollar question. Is that something which is feasible? Is that something which is going to boost economy? In the financial year 20, the MSP procurement was about 6.2% of the 6.25% of the total produce, which is a significant rise from the earlier years. Procurement 25% of the produce of the MSP, that's the centre's point of view, that consistently our procurement has been going up. 10 lakh crore a year is the additional expenditure that we're looking at. Many argue that the majority of the benefit would go to large farmers, big farmers who already hold large patches of land and they don't have the problem of money. If this is intended to help the small farmers in this country, they mostly work on rented land. So one of the arguments is that this benefit will not really accrue or reach the people for whom it's intended. Aman Sharma, our political editor, with us on the broadcast to break down the details for us. Aman, when it comes to the economic feasibility, that's one of the prime reasons that the government has been saying, even if we were to agree with it, there is no guarantee that these benefits are going to reach the needy farmers, the ones who own small patches of land or the ones who actually need these benefits for their sustenance.
Well, Anusha, if you look at the government's point of view on this whole thing, a guaranteed law on MSP. Now, what the farmers are essentially demanding that every crop, every grain which is produced in the country of any crop should be procured by the centre at MSP. Now, the total value of agriculture produce in India, all kinds of produce, will come to about rupees 40 lakh crore. This is just shy of the government's entire expenditure budget of rupees 45 lakh crore in the present interim budget. So, is the government government says, can we afford to devote almost our entire budget to procuring crops on MSP? That is number one. Obviously, it's not feasible. The second big question is that if you stick to procuring every MSP mandated crop through this law, there are about 24 MSP mandated crops. If the entire MSP mandated crop produce is looked at, it is at about rupees 10 lakh crore is the cost. That is equivalent to almost the entire capex budget of this year.
I'm sorry, Aman, I have to interrupt you there.